Today we have Solomon Hejirika Jr., who is a real estate closing attorney in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, Solomon, tell me a little bit about you.
A little bit. I could be here all day.
Well, tell me a lot about you then.
No, I'm playing. I'm a real estate attorney here in Charlotte. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. My last name's Hejirika, for anybody trying to pronounce that. It's Nigerian, so my parents are first generation. Well, I'm first generation. They're fresh off the boat, as they say. Came to Charlotte in 2013, played football at Geneva College in Pittsburgh. That's kind of how I identified myself for a long time as a football player. And then I went to law school here in Charlotte right before it closed down. So I got out of there just in time, Lord willing. And then from there, I did foreclosures for a little bit, hated it. And then everything in your journey helps you get to where you need to be. I firmly believe that. And my journey was from different law firms. My previous employer, I ran his firm for about 2 years. Then I started opening up my own last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is an amazing journey.
It wasn't amazing going through it, right? Like every step of the way, you're like, man, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? Yeah. I had a mentor who kind of grabbed me, pulled me aside, and was like, hey, man, you want to get into this real estate thing? I want to do employment law, believe it or not. For me, I was economy proof. You know, no matter what's going on with the economy, if it's going up or down, they're going to be hiring and firing people.
Absolutely.
So I want to do employment law.
Same with real estate.
Yeah. And so then he pulled me aside and was like, hey, man, Italian guy. He pulled me aside and said, there's not a lot of guys who look like you who do real estate here in Charlotte on the legal side. So I'm forever grateful for that guy. And he kind of led me down this path. Every job I've ever procured, he's got it for me. So.
Wow, and that was your mentor.
My mentor
is still your mentor.
Still my mentor. I call him, now that I'm my own firm for a year now, I call him probably every other day. People say he's of counsel. He said, I need to put my name on the door. I was like, no, let's keep my name on the door, but I'll keep calling you for help. He owns a title company here in town. He just recently sold it, but he's did probably what I did about 30 years ago. Oh, so yeah, he's been helping out a lot.
Well, tell me a little bit about your journey to become a business owner and have your own law firm.
Man, that I feel like a lot of that is generational. You know, if you have a parent who's an entrepreneur, you're more likely to become an entrepreneur. I didn't have that growing up. My parents are company men, as they say. My dad was a warden, worked his way up all the way through the Maryland justice system. And then my mom's a registered nurse for the VA. Okay. So they always drilled in us. I have two other siblings, good education, get a good job. But when I came to Charlotte, I saw that there's a lot of potential. One thing about what we do is a lot of relationship based. So I've made great relationships, yourself, George Weiss, other people that I've met. And I felt like I could use those relationships to grow a business. Also, a lot of times with entrepreneurs, you're somewhere and then they do it a little bit differently. You're like, I could do this better. And that kind of builds that. And that's kind of how it came for me. The law firm I left previously is a pretty big law firm. They do really well. Me and the owner, we kind of went back and forth a little bit on things that I felt like Charlotte needed because I ran the Charlotte office here for him. The main office is in Lake Norman. And so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do my own thing. Yeah. And that's kind of how that came about. So it was scary at first. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I've met some good people who want to see you succeed.
Absolutely.
And that's always a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, talk to me a little bit about who your ideal client is for your law firm.
Man.
For your law firm.
Yeah, ideal client would be anybody who has money, right? Who can afford their mortgage and no liens on the property. Boom. But that's not what we do. If you look on our website, our mission statement is about service. So Philippians 2, verse 3, verse 4. The first thing that says on don't do things for your own ambition. That's kind of how we operate. I have a small staff, about 5 of us, and that's kind of what I tell them. We're here to serve. So our ideal client is someone that needs us. Someone who's going to call me at 6 o'clock at night and say, hey, I need this problem solved, because that's going to create a loyal client. Yeah. So our main clients are going to be realtors, loan officers, those people in that space, because most people don't Google real estate attorney. Right? They go to you guys, and then you have a team. And hopefully we just want to be a part of that team, help the team grow. So that's our ideal client. It's going to be a realtor, a loan officer who needs our services and allows us to serve them.
Okay, so tell me about how you go about building those relationships with realtors.
A lot of lunches. That's why I put on some pounds the last couple of years. No, but seriously, building relationships just by meeting them where they are, knowing them. I think that's a big thing. People love to do business with someone that they know.
Yep.
So if we can go out and get a beer, we can go get a coffee, lunches. That's kind of how we're building our business from the ground roots. Also, a lot of it's word of mouth. I can't tell you how many phone calls I've gotten. It's like, I got your number from so-and-so. They said you solved this problem. I think that's the biggest thing. I tell my staff, let's do in-house marketing.
Yeah.
You know, I spend a lot of marketing dollars outside. In-house is when you get a client, treat that client well, they're gonna do the marketing for you. So that's our biggest thing.
Yeah, because referrals are the best compliment ever.
I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and say, hey, you know, I'm using you because so-and-so, and if that person referred you, that means, so people putting reputation on the line. You know, if I tell you go use my mechanic, you're gonna come back to me like, man, that man jipped me, you know. But so we just try to do our best to serve. So late night calls, staying after work, doing things that other attorneys might not want to do. And I think I've done that by building relationships through title companies, and we'll probably get into that a little later. But yeah, that's kind of what we want to do.
Yeah, well, I love that. I love service first, service always.
Right.
Because
I might steal that from you.
well.